Yeah, I decided to stream again. I took care of the stuff I had to take care of. This is not muted. And I actually think I have a good idea for how I want Summus Pass to go. So, yeah. I was getting a little but the music I was listening to, so I'm listening to this now. So the approach I think I'm going to take... So first of all, this desert is going to be impassable as it is now. Right now, you could literally run from here to here multiple ways. You could actually take two different ways. You could go down and around, or you can go up. That's not going to be the case. This is after level 4. You actually can go through the sweltering... Wait, hang on. Wait. I'm once again getting confused of where these dungeons will be traversed. Because you go into the Sweltering Iron Mine pre-level 5. You have to. Get the raft. Is this pre-hookshot? No, you'll have the raft, which means... Oh, no, it's not. It is pre-hookshot, actually. Yeah, it is pre-hookshot. Hookshot, I keep forgetting hookshot's level 6. Isaac. Yeah, so levels... This is pre-level 6, pre... Well, no, wait. I'm an idiot. Level 6 is bracelet. Hookshot's level 5. Technically, it's also the ladder. Or the raft. Level 6 is bracelet. No, hookshot's not level 6. It's level 5. Because Zelda tells you... Help that village. You can't proceed until you go get giant bombs. Which is in Ari Desert. But that's after level 4, though. Oh, but you can't... Yeah, I'm stupid. You can't literally... Oh. Alright, well, that answers that. Definitively. I mean, whenever you can, Zach. You know, it's no rush. Life is life. I definitely understand that. So... That makes sense, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, every subsequent demo will start where the previous demo ends, so, yeah. Demo 4 ends right as you're about to enter level 4. I don't know if I actually told you, but in my playthrough, I realized that Demo 4 was actually... Or level 4 is actually Demo 5. I didn't realize that. So... Yeah. I mean, it came back to me because, like, that's right. Demo 4 had a lot of overworld, a couple dungeons. But that was it. I basically made Southwest Enteritus and called it. Demo 5 was when I actually put stuff in Southwest Enteritus. I mean, you don't need to beat Leviathan. There's literally no benefit aside from dialogue. So, you know, the Leviathan scale is still not even implemented as of now, so you don't need to worry about that. Just as an FYI. No, fair enough. OCF. Fixing these pallets here. Okay. This is a bit complicated to think about. So you can see I was starting an entrance up here. I'm guessing there's still a bit before Demo 5 releasing. This dungeon I'm working on right now is a dungeon in this desert, which is going to implement a decent amount of the desert. Once that's done, honestly, not that much. Demo playthroughs, I'll probably do one complete playthrough. But that's basically it. I would hope it wouldn't be more than a couple weeks. Demo 4 is ending right outside level 4. That's how we got to talking about how it went. Temple of Heron, level 1 mini, level 2 mini, and then level 3 mini. So for Demo 4, let's see. You have Temple of Heron, level 1, Battle Arena 1. And then I think you go right into level 2. And then you have the tower, Seasguard Tower. And then level 3. After level 3, you have technically Battle Arena 2, but you're not expected to do it in that order. Then, so it'd be level 3, then mini, then it would be the Forge. Then it's recommended you do the Battle Arena 2, and then that would be it. That's Demo 4. Okay. I don't want to overcomplicate those screens. Yeah, Zach, you're still on like Demo 2, maybe 3 stuff. Yeah, you're always, you didn't beat level 1 yet, right? Because level 1, that had to have been like Demo 2, Demo 3, probably Demo 2. All right, sounds good. Okay, I think I'm officially making this the entrance. You got up to Hazaran and then deleted save. Okay. I don't know if I want those. I kind of want these. Not exactly true, Zach. The dungeon I just finished earlier, and what I'm doing now is not actually the latest stuff. I'm kind of retroactively adding dungeons earlier in the quest. It's still Demo 5, but it's earlier in Demo 5. Level 6 is the last thing you'll do in Demo 5, and I finished that a while ago. But sequentially, that's the last thing. About to enter level 7 is the actual end of the demo. This you're actually going to encounter early on in Demo 5 content, oddly enough. Ironically, yeah, this will be the newest stuff in Demo 5, but it won't be the last thing you do in Demo 5. Yes, Goron Saving Dungeons level 6. That is the last major thing you do in the Demo 5. Because then Demo 6 is going to start with level 7. Yeah. Or some mini dungeon in between, I don't know. I mean, kind of. I have like an official flow that I've predetermined without showing too much. I have a general layout here. It's like just being very quick. That's level 6 right there. That's level 7. That's level 8. You know, some other little stuff, and then I have like general stuff laid out. And as you can see, that's up to level 9. I don't really... Oh, no, here we go. I don't know if you want to be spoiled on this, but basically it's a file that depicts dungeons and then item you get out of it. So I have a general layout for basically the rest of the game in terms of dungeon flow. But now that's like probably a good 50% of it. I mean, it's a huge chunk, obviously 50%, because it literally gives me direction of my quest. But a lot of other details are not worked out yet. So actually, hang on. I don't know if I actually updated this file with Summus Pass. Oh, I did. Here's Sweltering Iron Mine. That's after level 4. And then you have level 5. And then Summus Pass. And then level 6. So this is everything that you'll see in Demo 5. Zach, for you, Demo 4 is this. Like, technically, I could even do... I could do Demo 4. And then this is Demo 5. And then, I mean, I'm being a bit preemptive here. But I did say to myself that this would be Demo 6. Basically everything up until the events of level 9. And then Demo 7. And then theoretically, then Demo 8 would almost be like Beta 1. Just giving a really high-level view. This is kind of what I would imagine. I think these are pretty good chunks for demos. I don't think it'd be too much. I think it'd be comfortable. I'm going to actually keep this open. I might refer to this again. Demo 6, I anticipate you basically, finishing not just level 9, but also the mini dungeon after, an optional dungeon after that, and then a battle arena. Of course, battle arenas are stupid easy to make, so that I might as well throw that in there, because that's going to be... I could literally make a battle arena in a few hours. Is Summus Pass supposed to be a transition dungeon? Of sorts. Yeah, because like you enter Ori Desert here from here, and your goal is to get over here, but the desert itself is going to be impassable at that point. Going through the Summus Pass is basically under the desert / in the mountains pass. Yeah, it is a transition. Yeah, I could do that. True. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously then I would make it clear that this is not going to feature post-game. The beta would end after beating the final boss. How many endings? Don't even know. Probably just one. Make it easy. Well, I don't just make it easy. That's not exactly my style. We'd have to see. Two, probably one for just beating the game, and then after post game. Yeah, I'll need to figure that out when the time comes. Now I think this looks good. I need to figure out what the actual entrance is going to be. To do something like that, though. This would be cool to have. Sometimes I feel like doing little aesthetic things. Couldn't hurt. I need actual entrances now. Okay. Alright, have a good night, Zach. Thanks for hopping on. Yes, sometimes. I kind of want this to be like a cramped entrance. Whoops. Plus, then I can also do... that actually fits. I actually really like that. That looks pretty neat. I almost wanted something going over the top, but honestly, I think this is probably okay. Not used to it being center. Excuse me. That's strange. I mean, you're never gonna go between those screens, so I guess it's fine. Oh, anyway. I don't want to forget what I was thinking of here. Let's go to the abyss. Because I want these. So let's make some pits. Like I said, this is impassable. Apparently those aren't pits. These are all my pits. Whoa. Hello there. All right, I'll put those there. There we go. That's better. Then I need... And this will actually be a legit pitfall. You fall, you'll fall into the Summus Pass. I mean, I guess it's just gonna have to be like that. I realized I wanted to have a secret where you make a bridge go across, but you're already activating secrets with this, so that's not really a possibility. Also, this goes up here. Does that connect? So let's see. From here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It seems to. Yeah, it does. And then it has you going back down around over here. Ah, I see. All right. Sorry, I need to use the bathroom. Be right back. Oh. I paused the music. Well, that was stupid of me. I should have just left it playing. Sorry about that. Alright. So, the entrance here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, it's 3 high. So that means the entrance is here. I believe so. Yeah, because then that still gives me 2 screens below. Granted, no, I think that's a fine entrance to it. Alright, let's set up some layers. So 116. So this will be 117. Shoot, we gotta do it from up here. What? There we go. I believe I said 25 was the walls that I liked for this, or maybe it was 20. 24 is good. I like 24. So let's start actually building. Okay. Simple. I like it. Did I not put any torches in here? Huh. I thought I did. Fascinating. Alright. I definitely didn't hear. Level 4 is the last dungeon that was actually, like, fleshed out, so I can expect to find stuff here. Got just torches right here. Okay. So now what is the floor going to be? Probably sand on the entrance. What am I looking for? This could look neat. Don't know if this will be too bright. Here we go. Actual floor combos. So sand will be the primary. So there's always at least two kinds of floor. There's a primary and a supplementary, I suppose. So sand will definitely be. Will that be the primary? Kind of like these. Hi, babe. Relaxing in the hotel. Ooh, this is like a bricky one. Ooh, I like that. It's very bricky. Yeah, I think that works. So this is actually going to be kind of cool because you're going to be going under both the southern part of the desert and the upper part of the desert, all in this mountain range here, which it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of hard to visualize what the Summus mountain range really is unless you look at this. So now you can very easily see the Summus mountain is actually huge. It's all of this. And then it goes all the way over here. Like, technically, this is where it ends. But it's all this. Like, this is the Summus mountain range. It's huge. It's actually probably the most widespread mountain range in my overworld. I don't know if I'd necessarily say largest, because you also have Dorado down here. Well, I mean, Dorado's not that big. It's two medium sizes. No, I love you too. And then you have the Krasen mountain range up here, which goes off the map. But yeah, so Summus Pass is basically scoped essentially to what you see on screen right now, the Summus Pass. The entrance is going to be right here. Yeah, so the entrance is right here. So basically dead center. And then it'll cover all of this. So we're going to see some water, obviously sand, but some water. We got some entrances here. Oh, this is actually a really cool way to see how the two maps connect. I do need to remember this magic container's here. This looks, man, I get kind of distracted looking at this because it's so cool to see it. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I did it to where I combined all the maps. Because, like, in the editor, it's hard. I can't do that in the editor. The best I can do is, like, flip between. But it's nice to actually... It's nice to actually just see it for what it is. Granted, players aren't going to see it like this, of course. Unless I do a scripted map that shows the entire world, which actually is very possible. Because I have a scripted map. So technically that'd be very feasible. But anyway, not to get too distracted here. So, the heck was that? Just a second. Hamsters being a little rambunctious and knocking stuff off the little pedestals. Anyway, taking a slightly different approach here, and I want to develop it how I want you to play it through. So like if I say I'm going to develop it where you come here right away, that means I'm going to put a barrier down here to prevent you from coming down here right away. Much like how I have this barrier. So I want you to come up here. I want you to, once you enter Auri Desert, I want you to go straight into it, into the Summus Pass. In here. Now I need to think, okay. I'm actually going to open the map again because it's actually useful here. Because I need to see what are all my little staircases that I let you do. So I do actually have a couple. I have one that takes you into a heart piece. Another one that takes you to a rupee. That's a rupee. And then I have... This is quite interesting. I have a staircase that connects to a staircase. So that'll be good for, like, pathing. Yeah, I have these two here that I made way back in the day and just never touched. Where'd my image go? There we go. I have this guy down here. And that's basically it. Well, then he's here. So... just need to remember, I need to keep these in mind. So, like, from the entrance, technically, one screen up is that double staircase. Like, this screen here is right below... I think this screen? No. It's below this screen. So what that tells me is, in here, there needs to be a staircase in here. However, oh, that would actually be at the same level. I was going to say there's going to be a sense of depth to this dungeon because obviously we're on a mountain. This gets kind of tall, so it wouldn't make sense that a staircase here and a staircase here would be at the same level necessarily. There has to be some sort of indication of depth inside of here. So a lot of this dungeon, this isn't going to be a huge dungeon, but it may actually take a lot of screens because I need to have accurate depth. And I'm thinking each wall unit, so like this is 1, 2, 3, 4 units tall, will correlate to one stairs. So it'll be very easy for me to, well, not very easy, it'll be feasible, a way of putting it, considering 4 units. I hope I don't, well, the primary range up here, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, I think. It's a tall mountain. So at some point in here, I'm going to have you going really high up. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Where do I have these implemented? B. That was incorrect. Oh, they are unimplemented. I didn't even realize it's the exact same thing. Like, this is set here. Okay. Well, it says NEI. Nope, completely unimplemented. Okay, just confirming that. I didn't actually do anything there. So this is kind of cool. This particular entrance is literally going to cut right through the mountain. Quite interesting, quite interesting. So how do I want you to flow, though? How do I want this whole shebang to flow? Well, one screen over, we actually have a staircase at the top of the mountain. So I need to keep that in mind. I could also have you start going left, because then as you go left, that's when you're getting into all this nonsense. Which basically gives you items. Okay. You know, it's funny. This is going to be a small dungeon, but it's going to be very complicated from a development standpoint because I have a lot of ideas. Like, I want to have staircases kind of like how these are in the mountain. I want some here and then potentially here. I mean, I can fit staircases here. So anyway, let's line myself back up. So I kind of like the idea of this being a divided highway. So to speak. We're going to immediately hit the player with some pits. And you have the hook shot. Is it literally one? Oh, it is literally one screen up. So the staircase that I was referring to needs to be on this side. And ideally in the same place. Like literally like this unit on the screen. So shoot, is that somewhere in the middle? That's like dead center. Alright, I can make that work though. Okay, I think this is going to be... I know what the screens uses. I thought I do use this. I thought I was using this as my pits that... are actually, like, damage pits, basically. That looks better. Okay. So I need to know where the staircase is. It's right there. Oh man, it's right there. It's not what I was hoping for. I wanted you to have to do some navigation before getting there. Can I have you come out over here too? No, okay, I can make this work. I would need my... upstairs here. So apparently I used that. Not gonna need layer 3. Ooh, that looks really nice. It's going to connect to 973 Alright, desert. I believe it's B, right? Yeah. Okay, so this screen's gonna get interesting. So B B is opening wipe. I don't even know. 24. Wait, that's incorrect. And then here we have another staircase. Except this is a very different staircase. Since this one requires height to get to. But regardless, I don't actually know what point I don't know what point this is gonna serve, these two staircases. mean, it could very easily serve a shortcut. It could serve as a shortcut. So basically, I can have... I'm tempted to just have this straight up cut off here. Like, literally make this be two separate situations. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to handle this yet because I don't even know when I'm going to have you go there. It's for money, so it's not exactly like a super special fancy thing. But it's also at the top of the mountain. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. So it truly is 6 high. I actually have an image in mind of how I want this to look. God, 6 though. I can't actually do that. Maybe I could do a 2-to-1 ratio. So instead of 6, it could be 3. That would still convey the height. Literally goes off screen. Look at that. Then this could match. I could just have this trail off. I could just have this straight up go down. And not really go anywhere. Oops. I could do something like that. Of course, then I can't let you... There we go. Although I kind of like I don't like the idea of you starting right on stairs. Seems a little dangerous for Link, if you ask me. There. A little less dangerous for our poor little hero. At this point, it makes more sense for that to just go off that way. So I'm not implementing that because there's no sense. But actually, I would need to implement something. No, shoot. OB. I could even have some of this connect in here. Well, if I'm having it be a shortcut. A shortcut to what? Be a bit more than just a shortcut. I also don't know when I'm doing this part of the desert. So I can have it literally just connect to this screen and be somewhat isolated. But have it spit you out onto the surface. The reason I copy it like that is because now it inherits the palette, which is convenient for me. Where does this connect? Interesting. I was wondering how much effort it would take to make it to where you could see the Summus Pass screens on that. That wouldn't be feasible. Okay. I'm fine with this just being this. And then this room is essentially like a, as I can call, a challenge room. Like maybe it'll have a puzzle of some sort. Well, that's annoying. It's annoying because I would essentially need 2 lower layers, which I can't do with the sand fall there. That's irritating. It's because of the stairs. Well, I suppose I could also accommodate the stairs and do something like this. Meh. I suppose that works. Not the effect I was looking for, but here we are. Okay. So that gets you up here. You do something, gets you up here. It literally gets you money. It's not super purposeful. But yeah, then I was saying up left, it could take you somewhere. Okay. How about a bomb spot? That's not the edge of the screen, so that's not great. I mean, I can make it work. It's just not going to look as nice. Yeah, I mean, I can make it work. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. But okay, so that's established. So now let's move to the west. So we're no longer down here. Or up there, we're now down here. I just realized. That's better. I kind of want you to go straight for this, sort of. Which means I could also set this staircase up. So 1, 2 from the left. 1, 2. Where is it on the screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I meant to say. Okay. This will help me visualize it relative to the other entrance now. Okay. Because I'm scared to do too much because I don't want to do something I won't like. Four layers up, so then that would be 2 in depth. It occurs to me, having these right next to each other does absolutely nothing. Like, actually nothing. See, it's crazy. I made this years ago. I gotta make it work now. One, 2 spaces in between. How am I doing this? 2 depth in between. Okay. Technically, I could just do it like this. And that'll just work. And then there's 2 units in between the 2 of them. So we're already on that depth here. And then literally 2 up. 1 more layer up needs to be a staircase. Where exactly is that staircase? It's a D. Okay. Well, we're gonna go down here to my good ones. Shoot. Well, yeah, actually, hang on. That could be up there. Gives me a little bit more freedom with the screen. Because, yeah, otherwise I'd say this looks correct. Everything about this seems fine. Just occurred to me, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Actually, yeah, I do. Never mind. I know exactly how I'm going to make this work. So I need to consider that the player can go in that staircase first. So this one is going to be detached from the main entrance, because what would be the point of them being attached? They're 2 screens apart. So there has to be some purpose. Now another question to consider is above this. Is that it? Is that where they connect? Okay, so this screen here, I'm actually using my map here because I kind of need it, is directly above this. So going up 1 screen puts you below this. Below a staircase. Which the other staircase connects to. Oh, no. It's getting kind of crazy. I say that jokingly, but this is actually getting complicated. Stuff I set up on the overworld world years ago is catching up with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm going to make it work. 6, 3. Yeah, so these stairs connect. Wow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. And this may end up getting complicated from a player perspective, too. Okay, so if I were to say make this entrance, I think my life would be easier to just have it be outright separate from everything else. If I had it move up to literally any of these staircases, the complexity goes through the roof. Because then I got to deal with the depth. I think it would be better to just keep it low. Like, I'm actually thinking this might just be a simple, hey, you hit a switch to unlock something path. This is already going to get complicated as it is. I don't need it to be even more complicated. Like, it could literally be this, for all I care. Just a nice little sandy path that does a thing for one of these other paths. This path is already going to have to go up to get to one of these other ones. Yeah. It only needs to go up 2, though. That's what's good. Okay, so do I foresee myself doing anything in between these? Probably not, considering this path going up here connects to this path. Then again, this could be a... You can actually go left and up here. Oh god, this is a staircase. There's a... Oh god, there's a staircase here too. It's 3 away. Yeah, this is getting rough. And that's for a magic container, so that's going to be a valuable thing to grab. Oh, God. How do I make you get to that? Oh, no, this is so annoying. It's so complex. God, what connects to what? So you're coming from the main entrance. I can spit you out there. Wait, what? I just realized an overworld flaw. So these are these nice smooth walls. These walls are not correct. Holy crap. I can't believe that slipped through this long. Okay. Because I could have the main entrance connect to here. Also, it just occurred to me that these walls are going the wrong way. Which is a problem now. That's actually a problem. Because from here to here, it's only 2 spaces in between. But yet, I need to have the closing wall. Then a height wall. Then I need to have a closing wall. So I would need to move it over 1 more. Which would then mean these other stairs. Everything would need to shift to the left 1. Oh, dear God. Alright. Well, I'm doing it. I'm actually going to move it more than 1. I don't necessarily need to move anything that high. Well, do I? Then obviously I'm going to have to change it here, which really is not that much of a nuisance, so I'm going to do it. I can see grass underneath. That's funny. We're just going to give myself maximum room. And this needs to move over at least one. Okay. So now there's 1, 2, 3 wall spaces in between. And that's right off to the edge. Like losing my mind here. Okay. So that's actually correct now. This correctly lines up with the other one. So what we need to do here is we need to add a depth layer. So now we're 1, 2 layers up. So actually I think we need this. And then we need a closing layer. And then we need the other side of the cave layer. Right? Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, so I think that's the proper depth. Well, I don't know if I want it going that high. So I still need to figure out where my main entrance is going. And also, what about this screen? Directly to the left of the entrance. Hey, Mooney. How's it going? So I can't have you just leave on this screen. So this might just be... Could just be a traversal screen. It could be nothing. I don't need a screen here. I just didn't know if I want to do anything. I kind of like the idea... I do kind of like the idea of it being a traversal screen at least. What I mean by that is, at the very least, I can have you... go down. And we have this trend still going on. Because we have this staircase, which I kind of want to link this staircase and this staircase. Like in the end. So basically the way it would go. So you have these two caves right here. I'll do this to make it a little bit more clear what's going on. So these two cave entrances connect. So you go in one, you come out the other. I could have them ultimately connect to this staircase. Because at this point, the staircase is then only one layer higher than these entrances. So that would be easy to do. I would literally just need to have this like this. Although it would have to be above these. So like say I mock this out. It would have to be... So like, let's say I have that go off screen. It would have to be like this. Basically. To have the depth be correct, it would need to be like that. Which you can already see that's an issue. The staircase is too close to this wall. I can't fit two things in between. So that would mean I would have to, and that's that first staircase. So that's the one that's over here. If I were to move this, it's a good thing I moved this stuff because I can actually do this pretty easily. I can go there. Because then now I can move this over one. And now I could do this. Part of me thinks I'm gonna need to do this. Running out of room. This dungeon's very wall busy. Because now I need... Okay. Let's think now. They could all connect in the end and just like go off into this direction and do their own thing. And I wouldn't need to worry about it. But it would be nice if they had some value other than just items. And I could have them go down. We're really high up in elevation here, but I could have it go back down. I also do want the main entrance to connect to this. I think that'd be kind of neat. The depth has me very intimidated right now. That has to be like that. This bit's gonna have to change drastically in order to make this work. I mean, I could have it be like this. It's a bit cramped, but... Shoot, at that point, I could have it bleed over to this screen. And that just bought me a bunch of screen space here to utilize. Because then my question is, where does this staircase go? Like, okay, I can see it connects to here. But it wouldn't make sense for them to connect to each other on this level. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do this. Then have you go up. At least 2 wide, because you're already on the edge of the screen here. At least 2 wide, so I can have Link spawn here. Okay. I could do this. There, I could just have that be like that. Quite frankly. Well, am I still in trouble? I'm still in trouble. Actually, technically, there's a way I can make this work. Oh, I would hate this. But this might actually help the situation. So you're just going through the wall here. I mean, at that rate, I don't need to do it that way. I don't want to design this screen yet. I want to know what's going on here first, which is why I'm not touching this. How do I make these walls work? Because if I wanted stairs down, okay. So it needs to go up 2. It's like, let's say we have 2 stairs. Would it make sense to do this? Because like I need to represent stairs going down. Oh wait, couldn't I technically... Oh man, this is messing with my head. I do this in here. See, I had a wall unit connect to each of these. I guess I didn't do it here. Where do I have an example, if any, of depth like this? See right here, each of them still connect. Like, okay, let's say we have these walls coming on screen. These walls are at the same level as this, which means I need to go up 2 layers. Oh. I answered my own question. Of course. The answer was literally what I was looking at. Wait. Oh no, that's not gonna work. That's just downright confusing. I'm missing a wall unit. I need this, the continuation of this. Then the idea is that this connects directly to... Wait, this isn't proper. There would actually be 3 stairs here. And this would continue off. And so would this. However, I guess it would be that then. This entrance down here is burning me. I need another unit of space. And I can't exactly move the staircase this all the way over. I actually can't. I literally can't. This is traversable here. Like it's intended to be traversed. I could move it here, move it over 2 more spaces. Would that even do anything? No. Moving it over 2 would do absolutely nothing for me. I mean... Why is this a problem? Hang on. Wait. That's why it's a problem. How can I get around this? I feel like I need to get rid of something. Like either this staircase or this entrance. I get rid of this entrance and this becomes easy to do. Like actually very easy to do. I guess, is there a way I can make this less painful if I do this on a different screen? Like, let's say this big thing happens over here. Meaning now all these walls kind of just flow this way. This is still an issue, though. Because the issue is I essentially would need to have this. Obviously, you can't walk through that, which is the issue. And I can't move this up one. Oh, hey, Royal. Oh, sorry. I updated everything else except that. Whoops. Thanks for letting me know. Done. Fixed. Appreciate it, man. I mean, technically, this can work. This would just not be an entrance. It could be like an item. It could be like a key or something. But then that would mean this would become the entrance now. Which adds a whole new level of ouch to this. Because then that means, when do you go there? How do you get there? And from where? I could simply have this just kind of like roundabout. Connect. That still doesn't work. I mean, no, wait, that can work, yeah. That can work like that. Although, does that even make sense? I feel like it has to be like that. Which then means I guess I could do this. And then just have the wall sort of continue here. I could even do this. Oh, this is an interesting idea. Huh. Interesting. I could have it be a warp. You just warp across. Just to get from here to here. Oh, God, that'd be so stupid. Man, this is a predicament. Because I don't like this. I want you to be able to go out through here. I'm trying my absolute hardest to not have to remove anything. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. I mean, it solves all my issues if I outright remove it. Alright. Been staring at this long enough. It is gone. Tis gone. Guess what? This becomes trivial now. Because I could just simply do that. That there. That there. Boom. Whoa, I got myself mixed up there. Fixed. Oh, man. Look at that, even gave myself some room. Of course, now you have this weird spot here, but I can always put a little object in there. Okay. Ultimately works. It all works out. So now what? So that's magic container. So how will you get to the magic container? Fascinating. I don't know how that would work. I mean, for now, I could do this. So let's map this out. You go out, back in. And you have this staircase. To what end? To what end? I can play with that screen. But I kind of can't. Not without having the player go down. But then I also need to figure out this staircase. How do you get to this staircase? And then what value does the other one give you? These need to be divided. This one, how do you get to this one? All I know is that the staircase cannot connect to this one on here. I mean, I could do something as simple as... Now how do I get these stairs to work? Oh, it would just be like this, wouldn't it? I mean, I'm honestly probably just gonna do this. Okay. But I'll put some kind of barrier here. Could be lock blocks, could be anything. I would need my double lock block. Double lock block is in... What? Is my normal lock block not here too? Oh, here they are. All right. So that'll get you to this staircase. This staircase matches up with this one. So then you just simply walk over to this one, which simply gets you here. Now these two need to have some sort of attachment. It's like on the first click, it doesn't register, so it ends up placing it instead of selecting it. That gets very annoying. And these are on the same layer. They're all on the same layer. So, quite frankly, the way I'm doing this makes it harder then. Because they're on the same layer. I probably would just need something else to divide it. Like... we could do this. like what I'm thinking is I was gonna have this wall divide these two stairs. Doesn't need to be a wall. It could be anything else. I do need to have something separate these. How about a nice fancy racks? There we go. So now coming in through here, that's what benefit. See, it doesn't acknowledge my first click. It thinks I'm actually clicking, not trying to select. The reason I can't really have this dungeon go further up from here is fine, because here, when you're going up through here, you're on the ground. I can't have you be at this elevation over here, because then it's like, what are you in then? There's no mountain there. You'd have to be, like, the Summus Pass has to be up the mountain, but also under the ground. So I need to make sure if I have you go up from here, you need to go down first. Which I could do during the transition. That's actually very, very doable. Okay, which walls am I working with here? Like, I could do that right here, in fact. I can have these curve downward. I just need to do the elevation change on this particular screen. Technically, if I really wanted to be super on myself about it, the mountain ends only 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles up from the bottom. I've already gone past that. Wait, have I? Yeah, I have. So, I mean, I'm not going to be on myself like that. That's a bit insane. This is just cave/dungeon to overworld continuity I'm trying to make work here. I don't need to go super crazy about it. Okay. So let's see here. So we have this layer. Then I have to have one in between. Okay. There has to be one in between here. Which, if you notice here, I actually messed this up. Oh shoot, there's actually 2 in between. Wait, really? 2 in between? That doesn't really mess with anything, but really? I just kind of forgot about all these walls I had here. Alright, well. Well, the gods have spoken. That's how many I need. How did I figure that? Oh, I see what I was doing. Okay. There we go. All my walls. I got all my walls in a row. I'm not privileged enough to have ducks. I just have walls. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Hang on. What wall set am I working with right now? So these two and these two are on the same layer. These terminated here. That totally doesn't make it more complicated. It actually does make it more complicated that they terminated there. Yeah, I don't even need to worry about that one. So I just need to terminate that wall, that wall, that wall. Because this wall... So these two walls touching here are actually on the same layer. So they complete each other. Okay. Okay. So it officially works. I might just have this guy go off into oblivion. Who needs him? I kind of want this wall to also yeet out of here. And then the only wall I have at the bottom is the wall for the current ground layer, the one that would actually work with being out here. Well, actually, that's not true. I would need to go down one more just to convey that I'm underneath that now. Although, actually, no, technically not true. Not according to this. Then I would have needed this to go down one more, which I'm okay with how this is, so I'm not going to worry about that. So let's see. I currently have it to where from the entrance you can go through here, down here, and then you end up here. And then this basically just takes you up into the water region over here. Yeah, I'm not letting you go up too high yet. Heck, let's just have this wall also go this way. So the funny thing is, this screen is now completely underwater. Like, we're under water, basically. We are under this. So that means we need to have water trickling in. And by trickling, of course, I am meaning waterfalls. It's trickling real strong. Let's have one nice, real big one in the middle. In fact, let's do some nice aesthetic magic where I have the water go down into this. Gotta focus in. We're doing something fancy here. Well, that's a shame. Because now the sand's gone. Okay, hang on. What is layer 3? Layer 3 has nothing. So how about this? We're going to do some magic. Set layer 3 to back. We're going to take these, put them on 3. Take these, put them on 0. Take these, put them on 1. I don't understand what's going on. Why does that look like that? Oh, it's because of the blackness. Oh, I could do this. Then that looks strange. I would basically need this. Ooh, hang on. Hello there, my friend. Thing I have not made. Thing I made a very, very long time ago. And it still becomes useful. Whoops. No, it needs to be 3, yeah. I thought it looked different. There we go. Also, it's worth mentioning that this is all sand. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep this sand. I'm just using sand to convey what is actually player walkable. Yeah, player walkable. Okay, so you do not have the flippers at this point yet, so I don't want to force you to have to come back here with the flippers. While we are here, let's get these here. I need my water that isn't actually water. It still isn't that. It's this. Looks like water, but you can walk on it. I just got an idea to have another one of these guys coming down to here, then causing another pool here, and then you have a nice narrow walkway. Okay. What happened to this guy? Oh, there's sand there. It's like, why is it that color? How far? What more do I want you to do here? Okay. Also, wait. Okay. So. Could give you a key. I just realized this is key blocked. That's bad. Potentially. No, actually it is bad. And also, let's make this room look better. There. It'll play better that way. I don't think this could be key blocked. Oh. You know what? I was complaining about it. Let's actually do boss key. It's not because then what I wanted to do, that's not consumable now. I can now let the player come in here and get themselves a key, which honestly it would be kind of neat. Dang it, stop it. If this is all there was. Well, perhaps up to here. Well, then again, I could have the walls continue. And this is all that's accessible without drowning. And then this path is a later path. I swear that autosave knows exactly when to trigger. And then that basically then makes you have to backtrack. Makes you have to backtrack. And then you could go in another entrance. Like that would you basically would have exhausted this entrance until you get the boss key to get the magic container. Since that is basically all that path is gonna be is a magic container. Then again, what I might actually do is this. Make it to where you have to do something to unlock it. There'll be a puzzle in here of some sort. So maybe that's it for this entrance. Like literally the main entrance to the Summus Pass for now is at least done. Because then you also have the staircase right behind it. Well, I think this is actually a good stopping point here. I've made a good amount of progress tonight. What? Excuse me? I'll just do that twice then, I guess. Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. Finished the sweltering iron mine, and then got a really good handle on what the Summus Pass is gonna be. So, I think this is gonna be a cool dungeon. There's some mixing aesthetics here that I think work kind of well, and much like all of my dungeons, I did establish a sort of aesthetic on the first couple of screens here, and I kind of like strayed out of it later on. just to kind of establish like what kind of feeling I want it to have. So I think that's good. Thank you everyone for watching. I am pushing for Demo 5 to come out soon, so if you're looking to play everything I've devved in the last just 2 years, basically, Demo 5 is by far the longest demo in terms of like how long it's taken for me to release it and how much content there is. There's an insane amount of content. You might be at like 10 hours of gameplay by the time you finish Demo 5, if I have to guess. But yeah, see you guys next time.